Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Welcome. Today we have a very special episode of Artist to Artist. I have my crew members from Mild Talk here. Since there's no energy, but I just this is a very special episode. We did Mild Talk for 3 years and some change.
Mm-hmm. Felt like 10. It felt like forever.
Did it feel like that?
Felt like 10.
Did it really?
Felt like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It feels like it was a minute ago.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times I do run into people and there's this question and the question is always the same. Yo, what happened to Mild Talk?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to give some closure on the topic. I thought it'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's how I got the band together.
We're back again. We're back together again.
Yeah, we are.
What do you tell people?
I tell people COVID.
Okay.
I tell people COVID. And I think I tell people COVID because I kind of feel like that was around the time where COVID hit hard and it was a little bit
tougher.
Yeah, it was way tougher. And you know, like being out, I don't know. I really want to say COVID. Did we take a break during COVID as well?
So we stopped Mild Talk before COVID, and then we brought it back like a couple weeks before COVID actually hit.
Damn, honestly, I don't even got that.
Yeah. So we already stopped it before COVID.
So before COVID came, we stopped it already.
Yeah, we took like a hiatus, or I think around the time when we picked it back up, when we was doing episodes at the apartment.
Yeah.
Like that was before COVID hit, but I think we took a like.
That kind of kills it because people were like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Now it's like it don't really make sense.
I think we could have kept it going if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, people made it work, whether it be like with Zooms or I feel like I was already seeing y'all anyway during COVID a little bit.
I don't feel like you went ghost for a couple of months.
Well, I did. Yeah. I did. COVID scared me. I ain't gonna lie. Like I didn't really want to come out the house, but people was making it work, Zooms and stuff, but. Yeah. What about you, Muck? Did you tell people why we stopped?
Well, honestly, I didn't even tell anybody anything. They did ask the question. I just was like, I don't know. It's going to come back, though. I always kept the faith out there that we was going to come back. So I feel like I foresighted this. I'm like the Simpsons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like it was a team ethic thing. You know what I mean? I feel like I wasn't bringing enough to the table. If I'm being serious right now, I'm not really serious. But if I'm being serious, I feel like I wasn't bringing enough to the table where everyone else is, and I was just eating. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was a part of it.
I feel that I wouldn't say that was because I think you carried us in terms of like the enthusiasm while recording and you know bringing your personality to the show. I think that's what a lot of the listeners liked.
Thank you.
But there was so for me, I think the reason we took the first hiatus is because it felt like, to me, it was like a lot of workload, and I wasn't really seeing the fruits of it, you know?
The fruits of our labor?
Yeah.
And, it was just a lot of things piling on my plate that I was just like, I got to put things, you know, not rank things, but, kind of just put all my things on the table and, what could I afford to, what should I, deprioritize?
Yeah.
And I felt like as time went on with Mild Talk, I felt like that was the most obvious choice for me, at least.
Yeah.
I feel like I brought that to the table. Like, yo, I mean, y'all can still do it, you know. But I
just don't want to do it.
I already know, when propositions like that comes, you want to do it with the original crew. So I do feel like I was a part of the reason why we first took a, 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 a,
Yeah, I'll get back to that later on who blames you. There's somebody who blames you
Yeah.
for the downfall.
Hey yo.
So, I guess the other question I was gonna ask was, looking back, what was you guys' favorite episode?
Hey,
if you could think off the top, because I talked to somebody the other day and they're like, "Yo, this X episode is legendary," and I was like,
Yeah.
So I just want to know, in you guys' opinion, what was like the episode that was like, okay, this episode is ingrained in my memory, and I remember this.
You want to go first,
Do
Jones?
you have one?
Yeah, I got one.
If you got one, go.
Instantly came to my mind. Yo, that was around this time I was dating this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I was dating Ash, right?
Oh.
And
That's
then
the episode.
that's the first episode I thought of because
Yeah.
even at my job they was talking about it. They was like, "Yo, you on the podcast with Mel, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they was like, "Yo, that was your shorty wildin', right? You let Buddy call your girl a bitch?" I was like, "Nah."
Yeah,
He
that's
didn't
the funny part. Yeah, clear the air because every single person thought that I called her.
Oh, yo, for real.
Yeah.
Everyone came up to me and was like, "Yo, you let him do that? Like, bro, she should da 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 da." I'm like, bro, he ain't even say that. He said her name, and me, I was a little sneaky link. You know what I mean? I ain't want my business out there like that. And Diezey was being a good friend,
Yeah.
so niggas just blanked it out.
Yeah. So, but that I do get why like people from the outside think that like, you know, that's why we blanked it out. But nah, we wouldn't let DC do that, man.
But it was good clickbait. It was good,
yeah, it was.
like you know,
Shoot.
gets the people riled up.
That was like our first like viral clip.
Yeah,
Definitely our first like,
Man, that was in the basement, dog.
yeah, that was early Mile Talk days.
that was early. Mel was still on.
Yeah.
So it was early. Yeah.
It's like that's definitely the most memorable moment for me as well. But like I don't want to say it because it was like so early in. I feel like we had a lot more moments as well. What else? I think Muck said something about Michelle Obama. I want to.
It wasn't Beyonce.
No, he was like Barack. Barack was fucking in college. Or
Oh,
some shit like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Barack.
That was good, man.
Yo,
But yeah, we had a clip of that. That was pretty funny as well.
yo.
I think we had a lot of memorable moments though. It was a good time.
Yeah, there was so many.
Yeah.
Wait, that was on your favorite episode list?
At least one of
So,
my favorite like clips
Okay.
that I remember like cutting up.
on clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that the Beyonce versus Chris Brown conversation
Yeah.
was a good one.
What happened during that one again? I don't really.
People on Twitter started going.
Yeah, the Beyonce
They
fans.
started going dummy like, yo, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
The Beehive.
they was coming crazy at you.
But I think aside from clips though, we had a lot of like decent conversations though. I just can't remember them all. Such a long time ago. But
Yeah. No,
yeah.
definitely. I know. I felt like doing the episode with Andrew Schultz was pretty
I'm
like cool.
not
It was-
gonna lie.
it was on a cool list.
Yeah.
It was cool,
Yeah.
but I feel like I was corny. I was real like tense and shit. I feel
We-
like I should have been more like.
It was early
Relaxed.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
It felt like a big opportunity.
Yeah.
It felt like a big opportunity.
Yeah.
I feel like I dropped the ball with that one.
Mhm.
Not bringing the camera. Not bringing the tripod, so we couldn't record. But yeah, it was. I forgot about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Only because I don't fuck with him no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good though.
That goes into preparation and the opportunity thing, and then
Yeah.
which over the years I've had multiple of those occasions, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's really important. Really important, people. Really important. When opportunity meets preparation, you get
yeah.
success.
And that was me like jumping out of my comfort zone as well.
Mhm.
Like, because I don't know if people know how like we got him, but like I just literally went up to him after one of his comedy shows and was like, "Yo, you want to be on our podcast?"
Got a podcast.
Yeah, like
He's like, get this little black kid away from me.
I was surprised that he went through with it. And yeah, other than I wouldn't have asked any other time, but it was a time I stepped out of my comfort zone for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the lesson you learned in that?
To closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? If you there, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's like too big to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers are regular. Motherfuckers breathe just like you do.
We
So-
all use the bathroom.
Yeah, we all do that stuff. So that's what I learned in that moment. It's not that I always apply it though. I still be to myself sometimes and don't take that extra, leap of faith or just extend myself. But in that moment, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did. Shit.
Yeah, it was a good moment.
There's a lot of opportunities you guys have for us. What? Shit.
What do you mean?
Remember the opportunity with Charlemagne when we went to that thing in New York?
Yeah, that was another thing where we could have,
Capitalized on better.
What?
Yeah, but we still made a clip out of it. Muck made a clip out of it, so that was
What,
dope.
yo, what question did you ask? I think
He said, "Do you give half dick?"
Yeah, basically.
He asked, "Do you give half dick?" I'm pretty sure that was another great moment. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah,
Yeah, that was tough.
that's funny.
Charlemagne was like, "You don't want to give mild dick, right?" Nah, you're right.
You're right. Yeah, no, that was good
Well, I
times.
guess that leads into our segue of standards. Like, what standard do we set ourselves to at this point in life? Know what I mean, because we're all pushing 30, if not 30 already. Know what I mean,
Yeah,
we're past all our childish tactics.
I think that's one of the biggest growing lessons is that you have, I'll meet people that's like 55 and they're still in this childish mindset.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, this has nothing to do with your age. Like, and then you meet like a 16-year-old and they're like spitting hella wisdom and you're like where'd you come from? Like,
Yeah.
So this age not really defining, like it's just a matter of when you decide to change your mindset or have a different approach to life.
It's 100%.
So, yeah. And honestly, I think the pressure of being 30 is way worse than being 30.
It is.
And then when you turn 30, you're like, oh this is great.
yeah.
It's like, finally.
Like, finally, I don't have to have pressure of like, oh, I need this before I'm 30. Like, you don't need, no. Like, it's,
I mean, I'm not as scared of 30 as people make it like scary to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really scared of 30, but I'm definitely like you said with standards, like there's definitely certain milestones that I set for myself that I gave 30 that age.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing like I don't need that on my conscience to like beat up the clock.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because once I'm 30, I'm still gonna have mad shit to do that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really scared of 30. I mean, you two being the 2 30-year-olds.
oh, man.
Yeah, y'all tell me. Well, you
Don't-
tell me.
Don't remind me.
I still
mean,
feel
yeah.
29, honestly. It's just
yeah.
another number.
I think, a part of, I guess, me and Muck now, we also have kids. Well, I'm saying kids because we both have one. Not we don't got a bunch of little.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's good for now. man.
One's good.
That was something I said I needed before 32.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something I said I needed after 30. So I don't know what it's like certain stuff is like I don't know. Like if and I say this a lot now, like if I'm planning for this, then is everything I'm doing in alignment with what I'm planning?
Yeah.
Like, like I can't sit here and be like I want to be married by 34 and then like every single month I'm more so just looking for hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, all right, well that's not gonna get me to my goal. That's not gonna that's not on the path to that. Like I want to make 10 songs, but I don't ever go to the studio. So it's like, all right, that habit doesn't get me the goal that I need,
Or,
So.
it's like me saying, "Oh, I'm gonna win the lottery," and I never play.
Hey, you never play. Like you gotta play to win.
Yeah, you got to play to win, bro.
So that's a good standpoint. So yeah, but yeah, no, like I thank you guys for coming on and us being able to clear the air about what happened to Mild Talk. I don't even think I got to talk about because some of my favorite clips was definitely the robot sex one.
See, so many gems. So many gems.
That was a good one as well. That was a good one.
The liking ratchet chicks.
Yeah.
We used to talk about big bitches a lot. I don't know what was your problem.
yo,
I used to hate
that
big
was-
bitches.
That was you.
Hold on, you're not gonna body shame right now.
Yeah, nobody shaming.
Nobody.
2024 man, girl, them.
Look, trying to be politically correct.
We love you all.
Nah, you had another one, Diezey, about actually, no,
man.
that's on. I can't bring that one up. We'll talk about that off camera.
That's funny.
Yeah, I do feel like mild talk though in this day and age. Like, granted, I'm tired of seeing all like the podcasts. Everybody got a podcast, but I feel like we were like before our time. You know, like if we had all like the TikTok back in our day, if we had like just the formula of like making clips to blow up and like the types of clips. I think we would have took it further. We probably wouldn't have given up on it. We did like what 150 some episodes. So more than that.
I think it's like 135.
Oh, 130 something. So like,
yeah, people don't even have like 20 episodes of the show.
Yeah, exactly, and they can just blow up off one clip like on some stupid shit. Even though we had a lot of stupid shit too, but it was still entertaining. I think.
No, it was entertaining. Yeah. We even had we had good moments. We had good guests. We got a lot of people in the community involved. The Bob Sumner baseball game that we had the opportunity to just have a table and just celebrity softball game. Yeah. Just talk to different actors and everybody in their lanes, and it was dope. That's when Bob Sumner hit the
I try to get that shit out my head.
You had your cue cards.
I was like, God damn, I ain't searched this man up.
He said, "Tell me about yourself. What do you do?"
He was like,
"Yeah, nah, that was
he definitely he sunned me.
Google me, baby."
He was like, "Yo, for real."
Oh no, like what?
Yeah, that's a lesson learned though. We learned that lesson for sure.
No, definitely. And I guess having done a talk show podcast for 3 years, what's 3 things that you guys would tell people that are starting a show or that have a show right now? Because like I talk to people all the time, and they'll say something. I'm like, "Yo, you should do this." I mean, because we had so much trial and error, like so much trial and error. So
yeah,
like what's some of those? Which even brings me to being able to do this show effectively. Like I'm like, dang, we had a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
So what's some things that you guys would give as advice to people starting a show or already doing a show?
I would say like just don't be a part of the crowd. Like have like a unique voice. Definitely like people are scrolling. You don't want to see a video that you just sound like the next dude they just scrolled from, or your content looks the same as the last dude. I think you want to have something about yourself that people can like easily identify and come back to. Have something that's educating or entertaining, just so that people find value in what they're watching, and just be consistent with it, which is like the most cliche one, but just keep going. You never know when that one is gonna go, and then people are just gonna gravitate toward more. But if you're like consistent, which I think we were pretty good at like not missing a week, and then once you're consistent, people see that you're consistent, and even if they don't really normally gravitate to the content, they're gonna know that you care about it, and I think that's important as well. So yeah,
it's 100.
Yeah,
you got.
Oh yeah, well, me, I feel as though it's you versus you. Honestly, it's just you versus you. Everything you're doing besides what you want to do, stop doing that shit. Like for real. Like any bad habits or anything, like come on, cut the habit out. Go out there and grind. Do what you got to do. That's all I could say.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely say preparation. Preparation is a big one. Just being prepared. Just knowing what you want to do, having a purpose, and I mean, saying like not sounding like the rest of them. I think that's a big one because it's so many jokes, and they're like, why do these same type of guys always have a podcast? Like they talk about those same subjects, and it gets redundant, and then it's like the same relationship questions, the same 50-50.
Yeah, like who wears the pants in this relationship? Because it is like that was annoying too. Like just I feel like it got to a point where we were just doing Twitter topics at a certain point, and it's like the best conversation I feel like we had were ones that were like genuinely like came up or genuinely. Like, we had some experience with it. Yeah. That was another big reason why I felt like I wasn't bringing in enough to the podcast, because I felt like I didn't experience enough in life. Like, I feel like my life experience didn't allowed me to like go toe to toe with y'all. Like I had a bunch of stories about people y'all dealt with, relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like my life was like not boring, but it just wasn't the same.
Just a little mid.
A little mid. I had a midlife, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had a very like vanilla life. I was in a long-term relationship with no drama.
Yeah.
I was going to school, regular shit, you know what I'm saying? Working regular, like it wasn't like I had no real like experience to like, all right, to talk about, I guess. So all my contributions would be just like laughing at what y'all saying or just like bringing the next topic in. So that also was like led to my decision as well.
Yeah. For the type of podcast we were doing.
Yeah.
Because I think that's probably like a real big thing is that like if you're in a certain setting, like if I go to a mechanic shop, like I can't
really add too much value.
I can't add no value. But if I go to a studio, I'm like, oh yo. So yeah. That's a big one. It's a big one. So I think that's on me and Muck, and we probably would like directed it to talk about BS, and we're like thinking that
I liked it though. You know what I'm saying? I liked, I just feel like I had to say stuff, but there wasn't much for me to like add to it. It's just like, oh, you're a funny guy. That's hilarious. But nah, it was nothing against y'all though. But yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. I talked about like J. Cole passionately and shit, and like his music conversations in sports or some shit.
Yeah, the music conversations were good. I think we just didn't have a single niche. Like we were like pretty much all over the place, which we would say I guess don't be as all over the place because it's still good to have,
It's still good to have like something that your people know you for, that they can always like come back to. Like even if you talk about multiple stuff per episode, like they know you're gonna like have this angle or center back to this whatever you are.
Yeah me, I just want people to like me. Just like it.
Feel the same way, man.
No, but yeah.
But that's why people came back to us too. Y'all were very likable. Y'all had we didn't all agree on the same thing,
which was good.
Yeah,
which was great for the show.
Which was good. Yeah,
which was great.
Which I feel like you were doing on purpose a lot of the time.
Of course,
I agree.
You
gotta make it spicy.
Yeah, but no, that's definitely what added some value to I think our show for sure.
No, good dynamics. I mean, people said you balanced it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You were the logic.
Yeah,
definitely was.
Like, come on, you can't say that, guys.
Muck was the wild one, and I was the antagonist. So. Yeah. So I'm glad we got to clear up some of that stuff. I didn't call her the B word.
He didn't.
Robot sex still isn't a big thing.
It's happening.
It's coming. It's coming soon
with AI and everything on the boom.
On the boom.
On the boom.
It's coming.
What's some artistic things that you guys are looking to do in the year coming?
Oh man, well, artistically, I've been thinking of a couple things, but I can't really get too deep into it because like my thought process is all over the place with it. So yeah, it's still in the thought. But me, I'm a technician. I work with my hands. I'm a vinyl rapper. So that's my art right now. I vinyl rap and
fire.
Shit. That is art.
That is art, yeah. Okay. Oh, me?
Yeah. They're probably gonna hear every week what I'm
facts. I got a short film coming up 2025, hopefully. Crossroads. It's a passion project of mine.
Yeah.
That we're doing with Play Factory. So I'm hoping to get that off the ground. Just doing a lot of planning right now. So, and just other, skits, short films, web series with Play Factory. So that's my focus.
Yeah. And that way, wait, when did you start Play Factory?
2020. We can say 2020 or 2019.
Like at the tail end of Wild Talk?
Nah, I really started doing it, I think, around COVID.
Oh, like in COVID?
Yeah. Like, because I was making YouTube videos myself. But then when I went with Rob, like, I think our first video was probably like either late 2019 or early 2020, which is basically like COVID times. Yeah.
Shout out to COVID for just messing up a lot of lives, man.
Messing up a lot of lives.
You remind me of somebody. All right. Well, y'all got anything else y'all wanted to talk about? Y'all wanted to touch on? I mean, I try. I keep saying it that I try not to make episodes too long.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would say it all the time. We probably took for granted what we had because we were literally getting like 80 to 130 plays on each episode that we dropped. And when you looked around at different people that were on startup podcasts, because people don't really do startup podcasts, it's like celebrities are mostly doing them, or people who already have a following. And it was like, that number is a number we were not grateful for.
Yeah.
We were like, 120 plays, I don't like this. And I guess that goes to say, like, just being grateful for the journey and where you at and what you actually have, because I know sometimes we compare our stuff to people that are on a much bigger scale than us.
Mm-hmm.
And I just constantly feel like anything that's done on a big scale can be done on a smaller scale. Yeah. So, like, even with me talking to some artists sometimes, and I'm like, yo, why you not throwing your own show? Like, it doesn't have to be a stadium you're selling out. Sell out a small room. Do it on a smaller scale. Like, it's no problem with that. You still can make money from that. You still can profit from that. So just seeing how it's done on a big scale and then saying, I'm going to do this on a smaller scale of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you capitalize on that constantly, you're just going to grow.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's true. Like, even like I think one of the biggest things is like comparing yourself to like you said, like whether it be mainstream people or people with a bigger following, is like they started from nothing as well. Like not everybody's an industry plant. Like I was literally listening to J. Cole's like Inevitable series where he like talks about his every journey through his like career or every step through his journey, and he was talking about like the risks he took as when nobody knew his name. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just get signed by Jay-Z randomly. He didn't even get signed by Jay-Z because of a mixtape. He was literally popping up on Jay-Z or popping up on people around Jay-Z, or he literally moved across the country to get seen by people. So it's like a lot of people want certain things that they're just not willing to do the work for. And I think that's like a conversation you got to have with yourself. For real. Like, am I doing enough? Like just posting, like one of the things I hate seeing the most is like when people like post on like IG stories with just like words like, oh, come out to this or this. Like it don't even look like you care about it. You know what I'm saying? And people aren't going to care if it looks like you don't care. So
you don't post no links. You don't respond to the comments that people leave.
Yeah, it's like you expect for one thing to like just blow you up where like it's not really realistic for everybody. You got to put in the work.
Realism.
Real talk on my talk.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you, man. Thanks for bringing us together.
It felt warm. Actually shooting this on the so-called day of Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. Thankful for you, man.
Thankful for you guys.
For you, bro. Thankful for you as well, man.
I'm thankful for the both of y'all, man.
Kindergarten right here, man. Kindergarten.
K
through 30. K through 30.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't have much closing remarks. I think if I did have any closing remarks, it's just that, for anybody, just stay focused on what you're doing. Artists, we have a hard time letting content go. We have a hard time just posting. We have a hard time just responding. We have a hard time having conversations sometimes. We get in our heads a lot, but the best thing you can do is like what you're doing, and nothing else matters if you like what you're doing.
Amen.
Preach on, brother.
Hey, that's perfect last words, man. You got it.
All right.
You got nothing else to say?
Hey, Mal Talk and meets artist to artist.